Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw on 3rd down. Lloyd. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Watson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Watson now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a first down throw, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Now they try the right side here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd-and-long situation coming up. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the play fake. Lloyd. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They run the counter now on 1st down. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He's got the completion to Strong. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Let's go! Brian 38! Brian 38!
From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Joseph. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. That one goes for 24 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go! Brian 38!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On first down, Lloyd. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Toss play, Camaro. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
you're
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. A give. This is Camara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Lloyd. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 36. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go.
Watson, off play action. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Ohio. Here we go. What? None.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Lloyd. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 23. And he is knocked down from the side. Right there around the 35-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Ohio.
taking the give. Now Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
Here we go.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Watson now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Lloyd steps away. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Detroit. Leopard. Detroit.
Back to throw. Lloyd. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hurry up, hit it. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Lloyd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. To throw on second is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Texans on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that'll set them back 5. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Lloyd. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! Let's round! Let's round!
Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Joseph. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. From the gun, Watson going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, it's Watson. A swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off play action. Lloyd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Lloyd. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff looking right. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And they'll run it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So out comes the field goal team once more. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. It's harder to move it.
Looking to throw. Lloyd, he's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Lloyd. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Operating from the gun. Lloyd, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.